Hey, welcome back! In this video, we're going to be talking about two massive stories that have got the football world absolutely buzzing right now. First up, imagine the most bonkers scenario in Premier League history. Arsenal and several other top clubs are facing potential points deductions due to the knock-on effects of Man City's FFP case, which has been dragging on for years. And second, Marcus Rashford looks like he's well and truly moved on from Manchester United, with Barcelona now almost certain to make his transfer permanent. Two stories, two massive dramas. Get comfortable because we're getting stuck into both of them. Right, let's start with this one first, because honestly this is one of the longest running and most gripping cases in Premier League history. Man City have been facing 115 charges of financial rule breaches since 2023. The case covers alleged violations spanning from 2009 to 2018, 9 years. That's no small thing. Now the independent hearing to decide Man City's fate wrapped up at the end of 2024. But here's what's been driving everyone mad. The verdict still hasn't come out. It's been well over a year since the hearing concluded, and we're all still waiting. Experts say the process is incredibly complicated, not just because of the financial figures involved, but because there are allegations of corporate fraud that go far beyond simple overspending. Football finance expert Kieran Maguire has made a rather startling prediction. If Man City are found guilty on all charges, the points deduction could be anywhere between 40 and 60 points, with some even suggesting figures of 60 to 100 in the worst-case scenario. To put that into perspective, Everton only received a 6-point deduction for a single violation over 3 years. Man City, 9 years, 115 charges. If the rules are applied consistently, the punishment would need to be significantly harsher. But here's where it gets a really interesting twist. Man City have had a victory of their own through a separate APT associated party transaction case. Essentially, the new rules around shareholder loans have changed, and this has actually had implications for other clubs, including Arsenal. 7 Premier League clubs with debts of over £100 million owed to their owners, namely Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, Liverpool, Everton, Leicester and Bournemouth, could now potentially face a retrospective review of these financial rules. If the Premier League decides to apply these rules retroactively, points deductions for those clubs could follow. Former Everton chairman Keith Wines has gone as far as calling it absolute chaos. Arsenal are currently locked in a tight title race, 5 points behind Man City. Just imagine if, right in the middle of a title challenge, a points deduction suddenly landed. That would be drama of the highest order. It's worth stressing that none of this is certain. The Premier League clearly understands the legal minefield that would open up if they were to retrospectively punish 7 clubs at once. But the possibility remains very much on the table, and plenty of people within English football are sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for a final decision. As for Man City themselves, if they are found guilty, it won't just mean a points deduction. Maguire has suggested that directors or board members could also be shown the door, much like what happened at Juventus when they were found guilty of manipulating player wages and the entire board had to resign. So this isn't merely drama on the pitch. It could be an earthquake that shakes Man City's entire structure from top to bottom. The bottom line is, the case isn't over yet, but its effects are already being felt far and wide. And when the verdict finally drops, whether that's tomorrow or 3 months from now, it's going to be an incredibly noisy day in world football. Right, now let's move on to a story that's a bit more positive. That probably depends on your point of view, to be fair. If you're a Manchester United fan, it's likely a mixture of sadness and relief in equal measure. Marcus Rashford, United's academy product, former Red Devils stalwart but ultimately cast aside under Ruben Amorim, looks to have genuinely found his new home at Barcelona. And Barcelona themselves appear to have firmly made up their minds about turning this loan move into a permanent deal. Here's how it's played out. Rashford joined Barcelona on loan last summer after effectively being frozen out of the Man United squad. He wasn't Barca's first choice either. They'd originally pursued Nico Williams but missed out. Rashford came in as an alternative, yet he's the one who's gone and proven himself. Just look at his numbers this season. 34 appearances across all competitions, 10 goals, 13 assists. In La Liga alone, he's featured in 21 matches, contributing 4 goals and 8 assists. His primary role has been to fill the void left by an injury-prone Rafinha, and he's done it so impressively that Deco, Barcelona's sporting director, has described his performances as impeccable. Crucially, Rashford's agent was spotted at Barcelona's headquarters this past Monday for a face-to-face meeting with Deco. That's a fairly clear signal that negotiations over a permanent transfer are moving forward. Barcelona's purchase clause sits at €30 million. By today's market standards, that is genuinely cheap. Barca had already looked into signing Rafael Leao from AC Milan, only to be quoted €100 million and walk away. They then watched Antoine Semenyo, a player not yet at elite star level, go to Man City for £62.5 million. Against that backdrop, Rashford at €30 million starts to look like an absolute bargain, sensible as the Spanish press have put it. The only real question now is whether Manchester United will accept that figure or push for more. Ineos have previously made their stance clear that prices aren't up for negotiation just like that. But on the other hand, Rashford has made it abundantly clear he wants to stay in Barcelona. He's even reportedly described the Camp Nou as his dream destination, so the chances of him returning to Old Trafford seem slim, even though reports suggest Michael Carrick, now United's manager, would be open to welcoming him back. Realistically though, where things stand right now, Barcelona have made their decision, the agent has made the trip, and the transfer fee isn't especially large by modern European standards. Rashford looks almost certain to become a permanent Barcelona player this summer. And there's something interesting in this for United as well. They'll pocket €30 million for a player who, not so long ago, was considered a problem in the dressing room. Not a bad bit of business, all things considered. Now, before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Two big topics today, and I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts. First, on Man City. What do you reckon happens when the verdict finally comes and City are found guilty? What's the fairest punishment in your view? Let me know in the comments below. Are you in the camp of throw the book at them, or are you more in the hold on innocent until proven guilty corner? And on Rashford, does United regret letting him go? Or was this the right outcome for everyone involved? If this video has kept you up to speed on the latest football news, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. One click and you'll always be first to know. We're here keeping you updated, relaxed but informed. Right, that's a wrap from me. Two massive dramas. Man City, whose fate is still hanging in the balance like a cliffhanger with no resolution in sight, and Rashford, who looks to have well and truly found himself under the Catalan sun. The world of football never gets dull, does it? One final question before you head off. If Man City get docked points and Arsenal end up winning the Premier League this season, would that be a clean title in your eyes, or would there always be an asterisk next to it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and who knows, the most interesting responses might just get a mention in the next video. Until then, take care and keep loving football.